Welcome to the stream. Today, we're doing our holiday stream. So we're gonna be making a Christmas tree with flashing lights as well as fading lights, and it's gonna have decorations. We'll also be making hot chocolate. So the Christmas tree is gonna be sack sized, and I'm thinking this will be a little big sized. So like giant size, since Sackboy is supposed to be like a small thing, like 3 inches. So anyway, we're gonna make like a thing, like a hot water for the mug, and then cocoa powder. And I'm gonna have a mechanic where if you have less water, you don't need as much powder. And then in terms of announcements, which I'll of course go over later, so I'm streaming every other Sunday and Friday during winter break, and then new gameplay videos are coming soon on my gameplay channel. And then for this channel, I just have to like fix some audio issues I've been dealing with or whatever. But yeah, new videos definitely on my gameplay channel coming soon, like the end of next week. Alright, so to check to see if I have the tree decoration in my Poppet. I should, but I probably don't if my Poppet deleted it or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's in the foliage category, but I probably don't have it. Wait, I'm about to set my thing to full screen so I could see it. If I don't have it, I could just use this, or I'll check my, what's it called, my captured objects bag to see if I have like a Christmas tree in there. So I'm pretty sure I made one before. I probably didn't save it to my Poppet though. But yeah, I just need the pond decoration, and my Poppet is glitching out and I don't have it, which is annoying. I thought I did. Like sometimes that happens where like it deletes stuff from my Poppet. It's kind of annoying. I mean, technically use this as a tree, but like, alright, so I'm gonna, okay, so first we're making the Christmas tree. I'm just gonna place down some wooden planks so we have a base. Like the main focus is the lights. It doesn't really matter how the tree looks, but it would be cool if my Poppet wasn't glitching out and I actually had that decoration. But anyway, first I'm gonna put down some wooden planks so we have a floor to place the tree on. And then I'll make a tree out of decorations. It's not gonna be anything too fancy since the main focus is on the lights. But yeah, the semester just ended for me, so I've just been relaxing, playing video games or whatever. So what games have I been playing? Oh, Subnautica. I was playing Subnautica, and I finally found a good Subnautica Let's Play to watch. I mean, I try not to play Let's Plays if I haven't actually beat the game, but like, I'm pretty much in late game, so it doesn't really matter. I'm like, I might beat the game this week. Like, if I play a lot, I don't know. I have other games, but if I play the game this week, I might just beat it. Like, if I play like every day this week. I'm just gonna place a wall behind here because it's doing like this weird like fading. It looks like transparent. That's like a weird bug that happens if you don't have like a material directly behind the decoration. It's like a little bit Planet 3 thing. Or at least I didn't notice that before. But like, yeah, I've been playing Subnautica and I'm pretty like I said, I'm late game. Okay, this is good. I could probably just freehand it now that I think about it, but I just wanted this to look. Yeah, I'm not gonna adjust in and out because then that's gonna mess things up. the in and out for this one was set to 180, so I'm gonna just keep it there. Okay, I think we need like like one or two more things on top of this, and it would be fun. But yeah, in my house we haven't put up the Christmas tree yet. We're probably gonna put it up like on Christmas, but like I guess my family really isn't really in a rush to do that. Like when I was younger, we used to like put it up earlier. But like we haven't really been putting it up on time. I don't even know if we have like a Christmas wreath on our door right now. You probably don't, but either way, we're gonna get it up eventually though. Alright, there we go. Now I just need wood at the bottom, so I'm just gonna take the thing from Da Vinci's hideout. There's like a stump, so I'm gonna be using that. But yeah, for Christmas, I think I'm probably going over my aunt's house. I'm not sure, but like we normally went over there, and we went over there for Thanksgiving. So I imagine we're going over her house for Christmas as well, or I don't know. We might though. We never have Christmas at my house. I mean, unless it's only your family, but I mean like her entire family. If it's in her entire family, then it's gonna be at my aunt's house probably, I think. So I'm gonna use this to make sure this is centered. Okay, yeah, that's not the top, so that's why I wasn't centering. I have it set to scale from top, which actually makes it center from the top as well. But because that was like the bottom, it didn't really count as the top, so it wasn't centering. Okay, there we go, now it's centering. And then finally, after this, we can work on the lights. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. And for the lights, of course there is some lights I had in mind, but if my game is still glitching out, then I'm gonna have to improvise, so I'm pretty sure I don't have those lights though. They're from the Nightmare Before Christmas pack. Okay, yeah, I know they're in this carry, but I don't have them, so I'll check my puppet, see if I have them in a different creation. I remember I made some Christmas stuff a while ago, but I don't think I used that particular decoration. But I know what decoration I did use. I used like the thing from Victoria's Laboratory. Oh, I have some decorations right here. For like when my puppet glitches out, I just put all this stuff right here. So that would have come in handy earlier. I don't know if it has the pine decoration, but maybe it has the lights. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have either one. Although this will come in handy later when we make the hot chocolate. I'll just put this over here near my oven. That was something I made like a long time ago. Like I think shortly before I started this channel. Alright, so for the lights, we're gonna be doing it on, I guess, sticker panel. We don't need to use decorations for this. We could probably just use sticker panel. Either way, the light stock decoration from Victoria's Laboratory should be fine. Or the glow light, that's what it's called. I want to see how this looks before I copy and paste it. Okay, so I could always use the fairy lights or Christmas lights, whatever they're called, and then just make them super small. So yeah, I'm gonna make this, and then I'm gonna make it small, so let me just see how this looks. If I use the twist glitch on this, I'm gonna do the logic first, and I'm gonna make it small. So if I select this, if I hold R2, press X, like go over L2, flick my right stick up, and it's that small. So I think that will be fine. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So I'll make it at a larger scale first, and then I'll shrink it down after I do the logic. Alright, for anyone that's just joining, right now we're making a Christmas tree. It's gonna be sack sized, but I decided to do the lights bigger just to sort of, just so I could see what I'm doing first, so I could see what I'm doing better. Actually, I think it would be easier to make the lights small right off the bat. It doesn't really matter too much anyway. Like the lights aren't that small. So I'll use the twist glitch again. And I'm thinking of having it fade from like, there's gonna be a fading and flashing setting, so it's gonna be red and yellow. Those are the colors. So I'll just set this to front view so I could see it better. And then afterwards I'll change the color. But yeah, for Christmas, I got my dad a really nice gift. I'm not gonna say it in case he's watching my stream. I mean, he doesn't watch my streams probably, but like I'll post it after I give it to him, I guess. But yeah, I got my dad a nice gift for Christmas. It's a Little Bit Planet themed. I mean, he doesn't play Little Bit Planet, but he'll appreciate the gift since he's the one that introduced me to Little Bit Planet. Okay, almost done with this part, and then I can actually do the logic for the lights. Like after I change the color of these, because they're not gonna be white, they're gonna be like. Okay, so I'll do the flashing lights first. I'll have to move that back a little bit. I'll do that later though. And also I think I'm gonna glue this entire tree together with sticker panel. I hope I didn't get the lights too. Okay, good, I didn't. Alright, so if I multi-select this, group select it, and then set the color to yellow, and then red with a brightness of 100%. I probably should have done the logic before I copy and pasted it. Yeah, I really should have done the logic beforehand. Okay, I'll show you how the logic works, then I'm going to place that again. It won't take as long since I already know like the pattern, like the way I'm going to place it. But the logic for the lights is pretty much going to look like, it's going to be a simple timer. There's like different ways to do it, but I'm thinking of just using a toggle. You could also use a selector. But yeah, a 1 second thing should be good. I could technically just wire these to all of the lights, and then I don't have to delete it and copy and paste it again. Either way, I'll show y'all how it will look. So I have to connect this to itself. And of course I'm gonna have to, I'll undo in a second. But yeah, it will look like this. So now I just have to wire it to all of those lights. Alright, so. But yeah, like I said, in my house, we haven't put up the Christmas tree yet. I don't know why. I guess my parents are just busy. And like, I don't want to put it up. I mean, I could if I really wanted to, but. We could also do like alternating flashing. We could have like different patterns. This is just like one possible pattern. If I put like all of this on like a, what's it called? If I copy and paste this, I could put it like on something with an opacity tweaker, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna copy and paste this and drag it down. I don't want to get that. I need to move all of this back a layer. I don't have a lot of room here. But yeah, I should have done the lights separately like I did the tree. But yeah, I'll just hide all of this. And then I'll place sticker film on this and glue it all together so that I could copy and paste it easily, like later on. But yeah, that's gonna be one of the flashing patterns. But yeah, and then we're gonna have it alternating between yellow and red. So for that, I'll have to use a selector. Alright, so how that will look is basically I have a selector in one port, so I like wire it like every other one. So I have port 1, wire to 1, then a port 2, wire to 1. And I just do it like this. But anyway, I would just have to make this setup invisible. So I'm gonna have like a thing. You could like switch between the two light settings. I mean, there's gonna be 3, I guess. Alright, so control under set to receiver. And then I'll have a selector to cycle between the 3 options. So I'll place all of these setups in microchips. And I'll have to wire that to the opacity tweaker as well. Okay, I meant to place that one in there. Okay, there we go. So then we just need a NOT gate, so like when it's not active, that it's invisible. So after we place an opacity tweaker on it, you'll see what I mean, so. And then to toggle between the 2 settings, I'll use L1, because I use L1 for pretty much everything. I forgot to use the, what's it called? A knock it on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna place these all together. Like, these are gonna be decipherized. I have to decipherlize these. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna freeze my camera so this is easier. And I'll pause my game. Because all of these should be overlapping. And I'll just delete the other one and then just wire it again, because that would be faster than doing this all over again. But yeah, then I'll just use the knock key over here. And I have to clean up my logic a little bit. I know it looks messy, so I'll just make this circuit board a bit bigger. And wire everything in a way. Arrange everything in a way that, like, makes sense. Alright. I think that's good. Okay, yeah, that's slightly easier to read now. Okay, so what we have so far. Alright, so right now we just have some lights that like don't flash. We're gonna make them flash, and then we could switch it to lights that do flash. That's what we have for right now. So the flash and logic is like this. So I just wire this selector port 1 goes into every other one. So I'm gonna set my thing to preview so I can see better. Oh no, what I should do is I should set it to that setting. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I'm hoping for Christmas. I know my mom is gonna make lemon meringue pies. I wonder what else I'm gonna have for Christmas. I made macaroni and cheese, like the obvious stuff. Like macaroni and cheese, and maybe croissants. Maybe she'll do biscuits this year. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If she does biscuits, I'll just put butter on them. Because they taste better that way. But I hope she does croissants. Actually, I think I saw croissants in the fridge. So she just might do croissants for Christmas this year. Okay, I'm gonna set this back to the other side. But yeah, macaroni and cheese. Apparently my mother's a perfectionist when it comes to macaroni and cheese. Because she told me that like the last time she cooked it, like the sauce didn't turn out well. So she just like made it all over again. But yeah, I'm a perfectionist too when it comes to cooking. To the extent where I like just don't cook because like I know it's gonna be time consuming. But like my food tastes good. I just don't like cooking very much because of how much time it takes. But yeah, the next time I cook, well, I mean technically this isn't cooking. Lemonade doesn't really count as cooking. But I found like this recipe on YouTube. It's called Brazilian lemonade. Apparently in Brazil they call it Swiss lemonade. But either way, it's lemonade made with limes. And like everyone in the comments was talking about how bitter it tasted, but I actually looked into it and it turns out that the limes in Brazil are different from the limes in the US, so I just gotta keep that in mind, I guess. So I just have to like peel it differently. Okay, I forgot to do a timer here. That's why it wasn't working. I have to do a timer. And then there was like another thing that I saw. It was like 2 of them were like the wrong color. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those lights. But okay, yeah, it's fixed now. I think it's because they were like these were like overlapping. But if I were to delete this, you would see that these are messed up as well. So I'll just copy and paste it and try again. And this time I'll do it when they're not overlapping. So I'll do it over here. I'm gonna have to line it up again later. It's not gonna be perfect, but... anyway, let's see what else am I gonna have for Christmas besides macaroni and cheese and croissant rolls. And like I said, I don't know if my mom is making croissant rolls. I hope she does. But yeah, probably collard greens or something. But yeah, collard greens, my mom likes to put bacon in them to like add some flavor. And then mashed potatoes. I hope she makes cheesy mashed potatoes, because those are my favorite kind. Wait, do I even need to wire the rest? If I already wired it like this, I probably do. I'll just check this in case. Okay, yeah, I still do have to wire those. But yeah, macaroni and cheese, green beans, not green beans, collard greens. And for dessert, lemon meringue pie. I think that's what my mom is making for Christmas. Okay, now that looks good. So now I just have to drag it back over here. I should have been using grid, because it's not going to be perfectly aligned now. But actually, if I do it like this, then it will. It won't be completely perfect, but I think this is good. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. So now all we have to do is the fading lights. So we have it flashing like... oh, I forgot to connect the NOT gate. I was wondering why that wasn't working. But there's a NOT gate and I forgot to connect it. That's what makes it invisible when it's not active. So like, when you're not on option 2, it's invisible. I just have to make sure you use the right settings. Dim lights, yes. Include rigid connections, yes. Alright, now we got it working. And then the third option is going to be fading lights. So that pretty much means that I like copy and paste this again. I think I'll do it the same as the first one, except this time it's going to be like a fade effect. I'll see how that looks. So like, there's different ways to do it. I'll demonstrate using a bigger light. So I'm just going to take one of these little lights over here and make them bigger. But yeah, there's different ways of doing it. You could use a timer or you could use a sine wave generator. A sine wave generator produces like a smoother effect. But if you're using a timer, like if in LBP3 when you're doing this, you have to use a timer because the sine wave generator doesn't exist in LBP3. But like, the fade effect, once you actually set it to dimming lights, the fade effect, I have to make sure these are consistent values, 130 and 130. So it will look like this. And it looks fine, but like it goes a little bit too fast. So to make it so there's a natural pause. And what is this set to? It sets to 1. The speed won't be the same even though it sets to 1 here. Either way, you just set this to 0, so it goes from start to end. The negative values are for directional stuff. But this is just like... Okay, yeah, that's way too fast. If I set it to 1.5, it will be like a more similar speed. But like you see how like the pulsing effect is different. There's like a pause. And also I didn't adjust the settings right here. Okay. Here there's like a natural pause that like happens. But yeah, you could use either one. I'll just use the sine wave generator since I know the effect is nicer. But yeah, in the third microchip, it's gonna be like, I already copy and pasted it. So I'm just gonna put the sine wave generator in this microchip. I mean, technically I don't have to because I think this has an on and off input. But just to keep things consistent, I'll place it in a microchip. And then I'll just connect all of these. I'll connect the wire to all of these lights. I'm not making the same mistake I made as before. Let me place this separately from the other lights. And then I'll temporarily place this over here. And then it'll be fading from like yellow to red. And then I'll have to group select those and set them all to dimmer and change the color. I guess I'll just change the brightness to 100% because I feel like that would be smoother. But yeah, in terms of gifts that I'm getting for Christmas, like, I already mentioned that I'm getting my dad something LBP3 themed. Wait, why isn't this one? Okay, there. But yeah, what I'm getting for Christmas, I asked my dad for a Sackboy. I already have Sackboy figures, but like I need like another one. I mean, I need more. So I'm trying to collect them. Like I have a Sackboy device holder. And I have the Dragon Sackboy with the Pop-It cursor. And it came with some stickers. And I also have a Sackbot. I have this a Sackboy bobblehead that came with a LBP3 Vita, PS Vita case. Like a LBP3 themed case. But I want like a basic happy Sackboy. Like I don't have one of those. At least not yet. It's not gonna be here till after Christmas though. And then my mom, I don't know what my mom got me. My mom didn't ask what I wanted. She claims that she knows me, I guess, which would make sense because she's my mother, but I was gonna ask for something different this year. She probably got me something Little Big Planet themed, but I was actually gonna ask for the show Lost on like Blu-ray or DVD, because apparently there's like extra episodes if you buy it on there. So yeah, I wasn't gonna ask for anything Little Big Planet themed, but that's probably what she got me. And then my aunts also didn't ask me what I wanted. My mom, I asked my mom about this, and she was like, "Oh, I know you," so I just like told her what you wanted. But I was actually gonna ask for a book that I haven't read before, and there's no way my mom would know that. But yeah, it's probably just gonna be a Little Bit Planet themed stuff, which is cool and all. But I sort of wanted different stuff this year. But yeah, other than the Sackboy figure that I'm getting, I wanted the DVD collection of Lost, and I also wanted the book that I'm talking about I forget what it's called, War of Worlds by H.G. Wells. I wanted that book because I never read it before, and apparently there's a movie, so I want to watch the movie after I read the book. But yeah, it's probably just gonna be a Little Bit Planet themed. Maybe my mom knows about those Sackboy pajamas that I wanted, but probably not. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna change the speed on that. That's too slow. Why is this 3 seconds? I'll set it to 1.5. But yeah, what are y'all doing for Christmas? Like, what are you getting, or like, what are you eating on Christmas? But yeah, I already said what I'm eating. I already said what I'm getting my dad, what my parents are getting me, and oh yeah, my other aunts, like the aunt who's one of my aunts actually gets me good gifts because she actually asked me what I want for Christmas, but my other aunts, they don't. They just give me like stuff I could care less about or whatever. So that's annoying. But like, of course I'm supposed to be polite and say thank you anyway. But yeah, we did the first thing, the Christmas tree. But yeah, what presents are y'all hoping to get? And like, what are y'all eating for Christmas? But yeah, like I said, my Pop-It is glitching out. I wanted to use the pun decoration, but it straight up isn't in my Pop-It, which is annoying. Like, I know my Pop-It is glitching out when I'm missing the cardboard boxes because they're normally right here. So that's annoying. The next time I like reload my game, it will be there, but like right now it isn't. But anyway, we made the Christmas tree. We made the lights flashing. Oh, we didn't make decorations. But yeah, the lights are decorations, but I meant like more decorations, like bubbles or whatever. The best way to do that, and actually have it line up with the tree, is to use sticker panels and invisible lights. Like the LED lights, there's like this trick where you can make them invisible. I read like a tip, like there's like a tutorial on how to do it on Little Planet Central, but in Little Planet 2, they were using microchips. But I discovered that you could use lights to make it color changeable. I mean, we don't need to make it color changeable, but like in case we wanted to, we could do that. But yeah, you can make the lights invisible, but apparently in Little Planet 2, you can't make them invisible. You have to set it invisible in play mode for the trick to work. But yeah, where's the holiday pack? Festivals. But yeah, we could use candy canes, we could use whatever. But first, let me show you the thing I'm talking about with the light. Else it's not going to be in the right layer position. So first you have to make the lights small. And then we have to make it invisible. So that means we don't have to lower the brightness. We just lower the fogginess. And the radius. We don't have to really touch this, but I'm just touching it anyway. And then we make it not visible in play mode. So like no light should be emitting from it. This basically allows us to position our stuff, because like when we place stuff on the front, it's just going to be in the front. But if you place it right here, we can move it wherever you want in the layer without using any logic. So the light is like an easier way to do that. So So I want to see where this would fall on my Christmas tree. Okay, yeah, it needs to be further in the front. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Now we just need to make it smaller. But yeah, for anyone just joining right now, we're making the decoration for the Christmas tree. We just made the lights. I'll show you how this is the lights fading in and out. But when you press L1, you could switch it to them flashing. And then when you press L1 again, you could switch between it, like alternating between the colors. But yeah, I might switch that button to L2 now that I think about it. Either way, right now we're making the decorations. And I have this candy cane, and I have it on a light so I could like better see. So I could not better see. What's it called? The position of the layer would actually be correct if we place it on a light. Since placing it on the front would place it way too far forwards. But yeah, I'm gonna place a few candy canes here. Actually, I'll place one right here. That way I could place other decorations. But yeah, I shouldn't make the sticker panel overlap like that. Because apparently that's destroying the decoration. And also I should be hovering right now. So that way I'll have more control over the camera. Okay, yeah. So one decoration goes right here. And then another one will go right here. And then I'll do like the Christmas thing. What's it called? The Christmas thing. All of these are Christmas things. The Christmas card. That's what I meant to say. If I make this smaller, I don't have to worry about this overlapping. So I'm gonna do that. Actually, I do, because it's gonna overlap either way. So I'll place this one right here. And this one needs to be like more forward in the layer. Okay, yeah, this is good. And of course we'll need like a star or something on the top. But yeah, I'll get out of the star object. Hopefully like that will fit and it will like look nice. Hopefully. That's in my tools bag. I forgot that LBP3 changed the location of some of this stuff. So I'll just make this smaller with the twist glitch. If I make it smaller right now, the layer is gonna be all messed up. And then I guess I'll set this to yellow. This looks complicated. It's not really too bad. It's selectors, and I think the most complicated thing, just based on like types of logic that's like commonly used, is probably the sine wave generator. But that's simple. Hold up, I'll show you. Like, there's not too much going on here. So let me talk about what the not gates do. So basically, we have 3 light options. I'll show you before I show you the logic. So check it. We got the alternating between 2 lights, and then we got the fading between 2 colors, and then we got the flashing between 2 colors. And those are all the options that we have. So since we have 3 options, we have 3 ports on the selector. So what this is not saying, what the not gate is saying is, so when option 1 is not active, the light 1, that's invisible. Then when option 2 is not active, light 2, that's invisible. So like, and then when option 3 is not active, the third light set will be invisible. I'm really glad people are still playing it. Yeah, it's a fun game. So like, it would be crazy if people weren't playing it. I mean, I guess it makes sense though. Some people feel that create mode is pointless because you can't publish your stuff, but like, it's still fun. But yeah, basically, and then inside of there, I just have the logic. So for the first light option, that's switching it on and off, it's just a self-resetting timer wired into a selector. And then I have the toggle wired to all these lights right here. And when I was talking about with the not gates, basically I just meant that I'm making this entire thing invisible. And I just have it set to rigid connection so all the lights become invisible. And then dim lights so the lights become invisible as well, because for some reason the opacity tweaker doesn't work with lights by default unless you take that setting. But anyway, this part is probably the simplest one. This one is just the same thing except with this selector. Since I'm using 2 different lights, I just have them switching between red and yellow. So it goes like that, so red and yellow. And then the sine wave generator, people don't use it too often, but it's like a good way to get like a pulsing effect. You could also use it for a backwards timer if you're in LBP3 too. This is what it looks like. It just generates a signal like that. It goes from 0 to 100, but it does it smoothly, so it's like a natural pause. But yeah, that's really all the logic is. The hot chocolate will probably be like slightly more logic, but yeah, compared to the hot chocolate that we're gonna make, this is sort of like simple in terms of like amount of logic. But yeah, I think I might make this a lighter shade of yellow. Okay, so what else? Also, what is this? Alright, I think we're good on decorations. Cool, thanks. Alright, so we already made the Christmas tree. Oh, an announcement since people are actually here now. So check it. I'm streaming every other Sunday and Friday during winter break. Winter break for me is a month. And then also I have new gameplay videos coming soon on my gameplay channel. This channel, I have to work out some audio issues. My editing software must not be working. I don't know. I have to figure all of that out before I think about making videos for this channel. But for my gameplay channel, new videos coming soon. I'm trying to record for my gameplay channel more often, so maybe during the semester I could have like these 2 videos every week for my gameplay channel. But yeah, this channel, all I know for certain is that I'm streaming create mode every other Sunday, and then play mode will be, community levels will be every other Friday, but like during winter break. Then after I return to school, it'll be back to my once a month streaming schedule. But yeah, for the hot chocolate, I made an oven, so we're gonna have hot water for the mug, cocoa powder, and then less water equals less powder. I'm gonna have that as a mechanic. So here's my oven. It's kinda big. I made this like a long time ago, like probably a month before I started this channel, so like at least 3 years ago. But yeah, we don't have the dials, but just pretend the dials are there. We do have this, which previously wasn't in my poppet, but we're just gonna like place this on like a decoration mount. if you're like sticker panel right now, if you were to place it right now, the reason the flames are black is because this is black. So like this is a color changeable material. So I'm just gonna place it on either a decoration mount or a sticker panel so we could like change it to whatever color you want. I think I'm just gonna leave it at its default color. But yeah, I already talked about what I'm getting for Christmas. My dad is getting me a Sackboy for Christmas, a happy Sackboy. Why did I delete that? Like, I already have Sackboy figures, but like none of them are 3 inches. I really want a 3-inch Sackboy because that's how big Sackboy is in the game. I have a 4-inch Sackboy and I have a 2.5-inch Sackboy, but I don't have a 3-inch Sackboy. And then my mom, I don't know what my mom is getting me. She says that she knows me, but I was gonna ask for something different this year. Like, she's probably gonna get me something a little bit Planet themed, but I was actually gonna ask for like a DVD or a Blu-ray collection of a show I like. I actually wasn't gonna ask for something a little bit Planet themed for once. I mean, like last year, I normally ask for video game stuff. I could have asked for the guidebook or like the art book for Zelda Breath of the Wild. But yeah, I wonder if my mom knows about those Sackboy pajamas that I want. But yeah, I have every Little Big Planet guidebook except for the Little Big Planet carding one. So maybe she's getting me that. And then I'm getting my dad a Little Big Planet themed gift, since he's the one that introduced me to the game. I'm not gonna say what it is in case my dad is watching my stream. He probably doesn't watch my streams, but still though. And then, but yeah, what are y'all getting for Christmas? Oh, and for some reason my aunt never asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And my mom was like, oh, well, I know you, so I told her, you're talented. Thank you. Alright, so I just have to get the positioning of this correct. I feel like I made this too big. Or maybe I made it too small. I'm gonna change everything to 80. And then I'm gonna just copy and paste this. And then this should be set to 80. Everything should be 80, not 90. And then I have to move this back. And then I think for Christmas dinner, my mom is making macaroni and cheese, which is good because that's my favorite food. And then to make sure this is centered. Okay, yeah, it's not because I was gonna move this over anyway. My mom was making macaroni and cheese and probably collard greens with bacon. She uses bacon to like add flavor or whatever. And then I hope she makes croissants. If she doesn't make croissants, she's probably gonna make biscuits, which aren't as good as croissants, but like I could always like put butter on them. They taste good with butter. I would just rather have croissants though. And my sister just logged me out, so I have to disconnect from the internet so that doesn't happen again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What are you having for Christmas dinner? Like, or like, what do you normally have for Thanksgiving dinner? And I need to, okay. She knows that I'm streaming. If she could just chill for 1 second so I could, also my controller isn't charging, I should charge it. Okay, there we go. But yeah, what are you having for I mean Christmas dinner? Did I say Thanksgiving? I meant to say Christmas if I did say Thanksgiving. I don't think I need this right now, so I'm gonna move this off to the side. Probably steak or chicken. That's cool. Oh, I forgot to talk about what meat I'm having. I said what vegetable, but I didn't say what meat. I think my mom is making ham, cause she normally makes ham for things for what's it called, Christmas. Thanksgiving is turkey, and then for Christmas it's ham. But yeah, I like ham better than turkey, but I don't really eat either one too much. Okay, and then there's this thing. I feel like I made this oven way too big. Like I made this a long time ago. Your mom loves greens? That's cool. My mom only likes collard greens if it has flavor in it, so that's why she has bacon. And then, but yeah, do you like biscuits or croissants better? Like I really like croissants. I think one year for dinner, my mom made homemade biscuits, but I like the store-bought ones better. But yeah, I really like croissants though. So I really hope we have croissants this year for Christmas. Like I saw some in the refrigerator, but she bought them like a long time ago. I don't think it was recently, but yeah, I hope we have croissants this year. What was I doing? Oh yeah. You like both? That's cool. But yeah, I definitely like croissants. Better like croissants. They taste so good. But biscuits taste good if you have butter on them. Okay, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this grabbable, and then I'm gonna have an emitter, because I know this isn't grabbable by default. It's metal, so like why would it be? Oh, I just realized this handle is not solid. Neither is any of this. If you didn't already know this, if you don't have invisible material from the DC Comics pack, I don't, because I don't think I played the pack on PS3. But you can make stuff solid by collect corner editor. It's saying it's solid, but like it's not. It's only solid in the thin layer. But yeah, if you use like invisible cardboard. Okay, what layer is this? But yeah, I'm just gonna make this invisible. And then you should be able to grab it. After I put a grab sensor on it, of course. Alright, there we go. And then of course I have to make this lighter, so I should put all this in a microchip. Just to keep it nice and organized. And also I think it takes up less thermometer when you have logic in a microchip. But yeah, for dessert, for Christmas dinner, my mom is gonna make lemon meringue pie. Or maybe she'll make key lime pie. She doesn't make whole pies, she makes like, you got Cheez-Its. That's cool. Cheez-Its is actually my favorite snack. The way I discovered white Cheez-Its is that I stole them from my little sister. I mean, I know I shouldn't. It was after church too, so I really shouldn't steal. But like, she got some Cheez-Its from Sunday school, and I was like, let me have some of those. I didn't even wait for her to say yes. I just took them, and I started eating them, and I actually like them better than like the regular Cheez-Its. Like white cheddar Cheez-Its are so good. But anyway, I had like a whole box of them. Like I had like a month's supply of Cheez-Its at one point, and I ate those like every day at school. But yeah, that's how I discovered them. Like to this day, they're still like my favorite Cheez-Its. But like, I think I'll make this like 1.5. I'll see if that's too heavy. What was I talking about? The lemon meringue pie. My mom makes mini pies. So like she has like mini pie tins. She doesn't make like when she makes key lime pie and lemon meringue pie, she just uses like the mini pie tin. So like, but yeah, I like lemon meringue pie, and I made this too late. Needs to be light, but not that light. So I'll try 3 pounds, or like 3 units, whatever this. That sounds good. Yeah, it is. Okay, this feels heavy enough. It's heavy enough to be metal, but like light enough for Slackboy to pick up. And I should probably add like a gyroscope or something so it doesn't tilt. But like, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to tilt it to pour the water anyway. But yeah, I feel like I need to make this a little bit heavier, just so it doesn't like wobble as much. But yeah, for the emitter, right, now we have to add an emitter for water. Normally, like lately, what I've been doing is using a water decoration, but I'm just gonna do like basic water this time around. Like the basic water projectile instead of using like a water decoration. Not to mention my pop is glitching out, so I don't even have it. So I'll just need a grab sensor, and I'll need to adjust the settings to make it come from it faster. Lifetime could be infinite, and I guess I'll set it to 20. Also, if y'all are trying to create a LBP Planet 1, I don't think anyone really plays LBP Planet 1 anymore. I mean, some people do, but if you do ever create a level in LBP Planet 1, make sure you keep this value low. Because even if the level, even in LBP Planet 1, the meter works a bit differently. So if you have this set to all the way to 100, your thermometer is going to go up like crazy, even though it's not even emitted yet. But yeah, in LBP Planet 1, you want to keep this value as low as you can. Like, don't set it to any more than you need to in LBP Planet 1. You have the game, that's cool. But yeah, if you ever actually try to make a level in LBP Planet 1 and use the emitter, just keep that in mind, that you really shouldn't set the max emitted value to something really high. I'm gonna add the gyroscope to that. Alright, so let me just add a gyroscope right now, so it doesn't keep tipping over. I don't know why it's tipping like that. But yeah, since I'm on winter break, I have more time to play video games, which is why I'm streaming every other week. I'm not sure if you caught that announcement. I think you did. But either way, streaming every week, Friday and Sundays, which is cool. But also I have more time to play other games. So I've been playing Subnautica. I don't know if you ever played that before, but it's like a ocean survival. You like survive. You have to survive on like an ocean, like an alien planet that's like entirely ocean. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I normally don't play survival games, but I like Subnautica. But yeah, I'm like in the late game. If I play the game like every day this week, I might actually beat it. Like, that's how far along I am. Alright, cool. That's cool. You think you remember that game? Yeah. I played it when it came out. I just didn't beat it when it came out. Like, I mean, I played it when it came out for PS4. Because I play most of my games on the console. But yeah, I just didn't beat it when it came out. But like I think I played it again after they released the Living Large update, which is when they added like base building stuff from below zero. They added that in the first game, so that's cool. But yeah, Subnautica, I think I just might beat the game either this week or next week. But yeah, I just have to build the Cyclops. I was trying to avoid looking stuff up online too much, but like I accidentally found some. I was just watching a live stream when I was bored. I didn't mean to do that. And I found someone scanning the blueprints for the Cyclops, so I was like, okay, now I know where to find it. This is legit like stuff I used to make when I was 10. When I was 10, I had like this food level. I think I played it on stream one time, but I had like this food level where it's like a giant kitchen. It wasn't as detailed as this. Like, this is actually a nice oven. Also, fun fact, I have the same oven as the dude that made Pet Sackboy, like in real life. I posted this on Reddit, it barely got any likes. But then this dude comments, "Hi Minator," he's saying those controls looked familiar. I have the same oven, so that was cool. Sometimes that happens where I barely get any likes, but then like it goes viral like elsewhere. Like, I think I made a video of like my Sackboy dancing, and then it became like an Instagram gif or whatever. But like it barely got any likes on Reddit. But yeah, that's funny. But anyway, I made a kitchen level when I was 10. I played it on stream. I should probably upload it on my gameplay channel. But either way, it was like a giant kitchen where you could just like, it wasn't logic heavy, but like in terms of, this kind of reminds me of that. Because the way the water just flows when I simply grab it. I'm gonna add an AND gate and then L1. I'm gonna make it so you have to press L1 instead of it just going automatically. That's so cool. Thanks. Okay, so yeah, I definitely have to add an AND gate. This is like legit this type of stuff I would make when I was a kid. Like I still like making food stuff, but like now I make other stuff as well. I like making game mechanics or whatever. Like the most recent game mechanic that I made is the oxygen meter from Subnautica. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna post it on my Reddit when I'm done. But like hopefully I'll be done by like maybe Monday or Tuesday. I just have to make scenery. But after I make the scenery, like a little bit of scenery, nothing fancy. But like the main focus is the oxygen. But like I feel like before I post it, I should have like a little bit of scenery. Okay, so now when I grab it, this doesn't happen unless I press L1. So I get to control when water comes from it, which I apparently didn't know how to do when I was 10. Because I had like a level where like whenever you grabbed something, liquid would come out of it. Like whenever you grabbed like a juice carton, the juice would come out automatically, and that was just really messy. And I didn't even use water droplets. I used like actual materials, like small sponges as liquid. And I had like a limit for like, I'm thinking of making a little Trinity version of that level. Maybe I'll stream it. That would be cool. Like if I did. Like now, obviously now that I'm older, I would be able to make a better looking level. Like everything would be like this quality. Like I made all this out of sticker panel. I got these fonts from a community level when the servers are still up, like this digital number font. And then the rest of this I just made myself. This is from the note tool though. This is the note tool. And then this is sticker panel. And then I just use a reference image. Since I obviously don't create inside of my PS4 is not inside of my kitchen, so I just took a picture of my oven. So I'll be able to create it exactly. And it doesn't have the stove tiles. I'll add that another time. But yeah, I got this part working now. So now I have to make the mug. The mug is gonna be a little bit tricky because it's not round like it should be. I feel like red is more Christmassy. And of course this isn't big enough. This is gonna be even. It's not too bad. I lost all my stuff when the servers went down. That's annoying. I think I backed up my data differently when the servers went down, but like I learned how to back up my data properly. If I'm gonna use the bathroom. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so yeah, I wish this was actually around. I think I have a way to fix this actually. I feel like I did this in another live stream and it didn't go well, but I'll try it again. So I have these decorations that are basically the objects, but in decoration form. I got them from Lancer for 2000. And if I place this on a decoration mount, which I actually have right here, then I should be able to make this more round. Of course, I'll have to make it solid after I do that. And that means I can't sticker the decoration, but that's fine. I didn't intend to sticker it anyway. But now, I can make it bigger. I could change the size and stuff without having to worry about whether or not it keeps its roundness, which is good. But yeah, I'm gonna make this smaller, because it doesn't really need to be this big. But yeah, the size, I don't have a decoration version of the pot, because I feel like this is way too big, but I just wanted to fit this stove. But yeah, this, I'm gonna add some steam. I'm gonna add like a smoke effect. Smoke is in the emitters section, which is right here. This should probably be coming from the spout, but I don't remember. I don't use coffee kettles in real life. I guess I could place it right here. Or I could place it, I don't think it matters, but yeah, I don't know because I don't use coffee kettles in real life. But yeah, this looks okay, I guess. There we go. There was like a lawn in the middle. But yeah, I have to make this solid still. And then you'll be able to grab it. Before I do that, I just want to place a decoration inside of it. This, okay, I remember now. This didn't work when I did it on stream. Because it's like, it's weird. Like in one of my last streams, I tried to do this and it didn't work. Skill to top needs to be set to no. I don't need that right now. Okay, yeah, it is set to no. But it's like, I'm gonna try, I could try a different technique. I never used it before, but I saw it on a video. So if I have like I saw it in a time lapse. I'm gonna just try it real quick. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. I mean, I will need the bendy wheel eventually, but I'm looking for this. And then if I have the bendy wheel, alright, so this allows precise layer movement. I don't want any sound effects though. I mean, it won't have sound effects when I'm done. Either way, I have to make this invisible. But I have to add some logic so I can actually control. But yeah, I never used this method. Input option should be positional. And then if we set this to 80, the position should be different. And then I don't know if the opacity tweaker works with this. Visible in play mode should be set to no. There we go. You remember the website the website I showed you spinning, that website's not working. Yeah, I saw it. In the FAQ I wrote that I contacted the owner and they said they're working on it. I contacted them like either yesterday or the day before. They said it's in progress, but they don't have much time to work on it. But yeah, they are fixing it. It's in progress. I'm assuming they're in college and they have finals. I had finals like 2 weeks ago. Their final schedule might be a bit different. But yeah, if they're busy with finals, it makes sense they don't have much time. Like final exams. So I imagine maybe they'll get to it during Christmas break. But yeah, they're working on it. I did contact them and they're working on it. But yeah, you could always find levels on YouTube. Like IE recorded a lot of the levels. So basically, instead of using Little Big Planet Find, you would copy and paste the titles of his gameplay videos into Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet Search. And then other YouTubers recorded them as well. Like Ping or so yeah, IE. Who else? IE. You could literally just search up the name of a creator or like Little Big Planet community levels, like best Little Big Planet community levels. And I have a gameplay channel too, so FOSACGP plays, although I don't have too many levels on there right now. Although I do wanna upload levels more often, so that's gonna be my thing for during the break. I'm gonna upload levels more often, or like I'm gonna record levels so I can upload them. Okay, so it's my first time using this method, and it's working out pretty good. So now I just have to like make the decoration mount the actual shape that I want, right? But yeah, I saw this in the time lapse by Bat19. Bat19 made the level Desert Refinery. He's a French creator. He also made time lapses. Most of his videos are in French. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a time lapse. But yeah, his videos are cool. He does like Zelda stuff, or he doesn't upload anymore. But he like did Zelda stuff on his channel. Like he recreated like some of the temples from that game in Little Big Planet. But yeah, this method works well. Before I continue it, I should probably test something out. Nope, not setting it to that. I just said I should continue the method. Set it to 68. Okay, so now I just have to make this a little bit thinner. I'll try 40%. That should be good. Welcome back. Alright, so while you were gone, I was working on the cup leaves. I'm not sure if you left when I was talking about how I got these. The object wasn't working, so I just got the decorations from this level that I played before the servers went down. So like it has like decorations of some of the objects, so I used that instead, because as you make this bigger, it gets thinner, and there isn't really a way to fix that without using the emitter glitch, which I don't have it in my pocket. So I just used a decoration instead. But then I realized the decoration worked a bit differently. The position and layer was kind of off, so I'm using like a technique that I never used before to make the layer more accurate. It's a cool method. I just never used it. I saw it in a time lapse by Bat19. Bat19 is a French creator. Oh, you want those? It's by Lancer for 2000. If you play Little Big Planet 3 on PS3, you could get those. But yeah, you could totally get them if you play it on PS3. Right now, it's just not possible to play on PS4. But yeah, I feel like did I do something? I was reading your comment and I think I selected something I shouldn't have selected. Okay, I'll do the bendy wheel thing again. Don't know what I did wrong. But yeah, they're pretty cool. But if you play on, right now they're just only possible to get on PS3. I think 45 should be good. I'll try 80. Almost. But yeah, this is looking good so far. It's pretty good for my first time using this method. But yeah, like I said, I just saw it in a time lapse, like a Zelda time lapse, I think. Like this dude Bat19 made one of the Zelda temples in Little Big Planet, like in Little Big Planet 2 or 3, I think. Smart, thanks. But yeah, this is just so the layer positioning is right. I think I need to change the decoration mount to make this less wide. Every time I change this, the positioning gets off. That's annoying. Okay, also if I glue it, will I still be able to move it around? I hope I will. Okay, yeah, it's not able to move it around if I glue it. Oh, I just realized what I did when I unglued it. I unglued the thing as well. So now I have to make sure that's glued. I unglued the decoration mount. How is that possible? But yeah, I just glued this to the decoration mount. But yeah, it's just a bendy reel, and okay, where's the bendy reel thingy? What's it called? Like the actual bendy reel. Okay, this should still be set to positional. It's set to positional, that's how it works. So I just have a battery going into the positional input. And it wasn't working before. But yeah, basically, once I glue this, it pretty much means that the battery determines the position of the decoration. Maybe I need to place the decoration elsewhere. I mean, not the decoration, the battery. That would be easier to adjust anyway. So I just need to glue the decoration mount to this. So I'll set it to 100. And then I'll glue it. And then this. I think if I glue, I have to use the event glue tool. But yeah, the battery needs to be set to 90%, I think. Or it was set to 90 before. I think it stopped working right when I said, oh, this is my first time using it. Just kind of ironic, but. I wish this was working, cause it was a cool idea, but like, I'm gonna try the event glue tool. If that doesn't work, I'll just make the entire thing out of objects. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna start from the beginning. This time I'm gonna actually use the ends instead of using a material. I think I have to put it to a material before it actually works properly. So I'm gonna just do this real quick, and I'll show you the process from beginning to end this time. So you take the bendy wheel, and you place it onto something. And then you place it onto something else. Preferably they should be aligned. I don't know why it's centered there. And then there it's not. And then you take this and it automatically snaps to that. And because it's set to positional, you could use this to control the position, or at least you should. It's weird how suddenly it was working before and now it's not. I'm gonna disconnect this. Oh, this is still good. I don't know why this is good, but that's affecting it now, so. So I'll just take out a new bendy wheel thing. And then I'll snap it to here. So it goes forwards and backwards, as you could see. And then once I have the, what's it called? had like a battery right here. Oh yeah, I deleted it, so I have to place it again. But yeah, you set the thing to positional, the bendy wheel hook to positional. So I'll show you that. So you set it to positional, and then once you connect the battery to it, wait a sec, what happened to the reel? Look, I'm gonna pause that and try again. Okay, the input value is set to positional. I'm gonna change this so it's in the same layer as this. So if it's set to 100 right now, so yeah, this is set to positional, so that's how it's supposed to work. But I think I made this too thick. Well, not too thick and not worse, but like I'm in like left and right. Okay, I think now it's centered. I'm gonna change it by like 1%. And now I can drag it down, and I'm gonna see how it looks, and hopefully this time it looks good. Okay, yeah, it looks good now. Ooh, I forgot something. Decoration mount, I didn't want to place it on the decoration mount. This will take like 1 second to fix. But actually, I mean, I do have to place it on the decoration mount, but like I wasn't. Okay, so I basically have to set the color to brown. But like, I guess I have to use an opacity tweaker or something to make it look like water. Cause it's supposed to go from water to hot chocolate. Cause I wanted it to fade from like white to brown. But you can't do that with the decoration mount without using the RGB tweaker. I wasn't trying to use that today. Like I could use it, it's just a bit more advanced now. I didn't want to do that today. I'll make that a lighter shade of brown. Not lighter, darker. But yeah, this looks good. And we could put whipped cream in there. This isn't gonna be functional. I'll make a version that's functional, then one that looks good for looks. So the one for looks is gonna be this one. But like for the functional one, I'm gonna have to use sticker panel. Unless I wanna like redo it again. And I'm fine with the way that it looks right now, and I'd rather not redo it. Maybe at the end of the stream, if I have time, I'll make one that's functional and looks good. But yeah, for the whipped cream, I'll use the whipped cream from the Victoria's Laboratory pack. It's right in front of me. Hold on a second. I can't see. I'm gonna set my thing to full. Oh, it's right here. But yeah, I'm gonna make that bigger. It's good right now because it just needs to be bigger. Oh, they had free hot chocolate at my school during the last week of school. Like the student center, like some club at my school was like doing free hot chocolate. So yeah, I took advantage of that obviously. So yeah, that was cool. I got free hot chocolate. It tasted different from the hot chocolate I normally that I normally drink at home, but like it tasted good though. And then what we could also do, I'm not sure if we should use the light method that we used before. We probably should. The method where you place a light on the front and then make it visible. It just allows you to add more precision when you're doing stuff with decorations. But if we place this on the front, it's not the front. But if we make this small, and I just want to place a candy cane on the front right here. The candy cane is going to be like the spoon. Or like you could stir it. Your school gave you milk and cookies. That's cool. But yeah, there was another club that was supposed to do like a food giveaway event. They were supposed to be giving away hot potatoes. I mean, not hot potatoes. What's it called? Baked potatoes with toppings. And I was really looking forward to that. Because I mean, I wouldn't have to like buy lunch that day. But like, no, I think the place where they were planning to sell them, another club was already selling their stuff there. So like they couldn't, not sell them, but like give it away. Another club was already there. So like they couldn't, or maybe it was in a different room, but I didn't know what room it was in, so I didn't know where to get this stuff. But yeah, I was looking forward to that. But yeah, I don't know where they were selling the baked potatoes. I don't eat baked potatoes too much, but like when I do, they normally taste good. So okay, yeah, this isn't. Like too thick. So I'm gonna make this the left right. And then I'll just do, I mean, it doesn't have to be like this. This is fine the way it is. I actually used this decoration when I was like doing an unofficial live stream. I might do one of those during winter break, like either next week or the week after. I might do an unofficial stream. I don't announce it. I just stream just cause. But like during one of my unofficial streams, I made like a pie eating contest, and I used this whipped cream decoration as the pie, cause like the pie eating contest that I've been in real life didn't have actual pie. They just had whipped cream, so I just made like a licking animation where you could lick the whipped cream from the tin. It was cool, but not as cool as it could have been if I spent more time on it. But yeah, I think the first time I saw a pie contest with like actual pie was like when I was like, it was during the time where I was getting my driver's license. Because one time I skipped online driving courses, like along with getting your 100 hours of driving, we also had to attend courses on the rules of the road. And one time I skipped it because I was having Wi-Fi problems, and I went to like this event. The police force in my town was having this event, and there was a pie eating contest. There was like games. I won at water pong, and I got like a free fish, except we didn't have any fish food, so my mom had to go and buy fish food. But by the time she did that though, the fish already died, so that was annoying. But like, yeah, I've never actually participated in a pie eating contest with like actual pie. It's kind of messy though. I like doing it with like whipped cream better. Like sometimes like when my dad buys whipped cream, I just like put whipped cream on a plate and I just eat it. I don't even need ice cream. Like whipped cream is like fine and good on it's good on its own. But yeah, when they were doing hot chocolate at my school, I put like a lot of whipped cream on mine. I don't think I need this. But yeah, this is the one that looks good. It's not functional though, so I'll copy and paste it and make a functional one, except it won't look as good because we have to use sticker piano. Instead of decorations, because of the way that it works. This doesn't look too bad, but I still wish I could use the other thing. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible, but I really wish I could have used the cylinder. But the way we're gonna get it to fade, I actually could have kept the sticker panel. Alright, so the cocoa powder. Okay, so it needs to be 15. What color is this? Third orange. But yeah, this is alright, like the color is fine. Okay, what else? We said the hot water, so we're gonna make this fill up. Like the idea was to make it fill up with the decoration mount. But instead, we're just gonna do a piston at the bottom. Oh, and also we need an opacity tweaker. Actually, we don't. I was gonna do water, but like I'll just do it with milk instead. Oh, and also you can't connect pistons to the decoration mount. Oh wait, this isn't a decoration mount. Okay, what else doesn't apply then? I was so used to using the decoration mount on this, but like, I guess I have to switch it so it would still be functional. I'm gonna just set this to positional so I could have everything on a circuit board. And I forgot to set that to static. And I have to mute this, set it to invisible and play mode no. But yeah, I need actually 2 timers here. One is gonna be for the color, and then another one's gonna be for the height of for how much water you have. Wait, I said water is milk. And then this needs to be set to forwards backwards. I'm gonna have to have a reset input for the second one. But it's gonna have to be set to forwards backwards because you should be able to drink it and fill up the mug. Oh, and I still have to make this solid. But yeah, I'll set it at 5 seconds. Okay. So I'm gonna have to use a tag sensor for this. The tag sensor is gonna be like, I guess I'll have to place this at the bottom. So I'll set this to water, then I need to actually make a thing that says water. I mean, if I don't already have one. Okay, yeah, I don't. And then I need to make this solid. Because I want to add like a grab switch. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Where I do like a grab switch and I do L1. But like, I still need to do the grab switch first. I'm thinking the heart shape will work fine. It's right in front of me, I just can't see it. There we go. Or the tear shape would also work good. And I just cut it in half. So I set this into invisible. And then I add an opacity tweaker. And then I just have to make this grabbable. I have to make this grabbable, so. And there's 2 other tweakers. Like I have to make it feel heavy. So I'm gonna use a physics tweaker. Actually, it's already kinda heavy, I don't really need that. But like the grab tweaker, I do need it. Okay, so now you can grab this. I just need what's it called? A grab switch, grab sensor, whatever. Okay, so I need a grab sensor. And I need one. So I'm gonna do the same thing where I did before. Where it's like when you grab it and when you press L1, you drink it. And the water thing right here. Okay, cool. It's not visible in play mode. Let's see if I could place that closer. Okay, yeah, it's good enough. Also, how does it look when I have it tilted like this? Okay, yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks fine. So when I have this pouring into my cup, it should fill up. But yeah, this needs to be placed near the bottom of the cup. I'm gonna see how this looks. I have water. This should be milk. I'm gonna replace it with milk in a little bit. And I need to move this back layer or that forward layer. Oh, I just realized that this is not solid, or it's solid and it won't reach it if it's that far down. Okay, so I have to hollow this out. Oh, I should do a gyroscope on this one. Oh, it doesn't like flip like that. When did I start playing Little Big Planet? I started playing it in 2011 when I was 7 years old. My dad introduced the game to me. He read about it in the newspaper. He read that it could like increase your kids' creativity, so he bought it for me when I was 7. So yeah, before that I was playing on the PS2. I was playing Nickelodeon games, Disney games, and then on the PS3 I played Midnight Club, which is made by the same people that made GTA, except it's not as violent. You can't run people over. And then after Midnight Club I played Little Big Planet. But yeah, I was 7 years old turning 8 when I first started playing like the original Little Big Planet game. The original Little Big Planet game came out in 2008, but I was still playing on the PS2 then. And then, so yeah, I started playing like 3 months after Little Big Planet 2 came out. I didn't know about Little Big Planet 2 until like later. Wait, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, gyroscope. I was gonna place a gyroscope. I have one right here. I could just copy and paste it. So that way I don't have to do the settings all over again. So now I could properly test this without it tipping over. Because before the water was spraying it, and I don't think my opacity tweaker is on here. Okay, it's still doing that. Is the logic working though? Okay, yeah, it is. I think I just need to lower the timer to like 3 seconds. Then it should be good. If I just place a anti-gravity tweaker on it instead of dampening, like I'm just gonna make it so like when this isn't being grabbed, I'll do the not get thing later. But yeah, how old were you when you first started playing Little Planet, or like what year? You started playing when you were 5? That's cool. I should have a separate gyroscope for when I'm pouring it. That's the way it works right now, so you have to have it pouring in for a total of 3 seconds for it to fill up. So where is the sticker panel? I thought I had a sticker panel here, but I don't see it. It's really weird. Okay, I see it now. I don't know how that happened, but either way, this should be right here. And then I have to glue this. I'm gonna take a small piece of sticker panel. But yeah, when I started playing LBP3 3, I think I was 11. Like I got it for my birthday. Because it came out in November. And my birthday's in November. I'm about to use advanced glue. Or else I'm gonna accidentally glue it to the floor. Or the oven. But yeah. So I was like in 6th grade when it came out, I guess. I need to fix the nonsense with the, what's it called? The opacity tweaker. Oh, I know what happened to it. When I hollowed this out, I must have destroyed the, what's it called? But yeah, I'm gonna have to place that over here. It would have made more sense to place it over here anyway. But the opacity tweaker, the grab tweaker, and the grab sensor. I had a physics sensor, or a physics tweaker, but then I realized I didn't need it. Because it's already pretty heavy. And then after this, we have to make the cocoa powder. Because right now this should be white. Because it's milk. So I would just copy and paste this. I would leave it at start stop. Start stop is totally fine for this. I'll set it to 2 seconds. I'll just shorten it to powder. But yeah, the cocoa powder, like the packet that hot chocolate comes in. Some people make it using actual chocolate. but like it's just easier with the packet. So maybe someday I'll try to make it with the actual packet. I mean the actual, what's it called, actual chocolate. That would be cool. You have to use like the right kind of chocolate for it to taste good though. Alright, there you go. But yeah, like I said, right now it's brown. I forgot to make it white. Oh yeah, and also when you grab this, it should go down. I don't know why I closed out that microchip. I'm gonna need it. Alright, there you go. So then when I grab this, oh yeah, I have to press L1. I forgot about that. I grab this, I press L1, and I could drink it, and I should add sound effects. That would make sense. And also, I just did something. I don't know what I did. I forgot to press the pause button. Because, like, it doesn't save your changes sometimes unless you press pause. But anyway, for the powder, I have to do the powder now. So the packet. So I'll just make it like this. I'll cut it right here. Make sure this isn't set to angle snap. So then I rotate it like this. And then the emitter is gonna be like somewhere around here. I need to see if I have a good dust decoration. If not, I could just use, not decoration, sticker. If not, I could just use the chalk. Like there's like a chalk cloud. But I was hoping there was something better. Wait, hold up, I'm gonna set my thing to full screen so I could see better. Okay, there we go. Now I could see. But yeah, I was talking about this. I was hoping there was something better. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be using for the hot chocolate. I'm not gonna place it on there, but I'm gonna place it on sticker panel. And I'm gonna set it to like a light brownish color. Not light brown, but it's gonna be the powder. And it's just gonna be emitting really fast to make it look like powder is coming out. Okay, I'm gonna set my screen back to normal now. Like I'll show you. So I'm gonna lower the brightness to like 30, maybe 20. But yeah, this is just gonna be emitting really fast. And then I'm just gonna add an invisible sticker panel that you can grab. So I'm gonna do that by just setting this to like, if you can see the lifetime is gonna be like 1 second as well. And also I should set the effect to like not dissolve. Else it's gonna look weird. It looked better in my head. Okay, maybe if I set the lifetime, something different. Okay, this is good enough, I guess. But yeah, to make it grabbable, I'm just gonna place like sticker panel covering. I'll place sticker panel covering most of it, like this. I'll make it invisible. I'll make it grabbable and auto grab sensor, and then okay, grabbable, yes. And then this actually needs to have a tag on it called powder. Okay, so it'll look like this. So I'll make this not static again. Okay, now I'm gonna test it out. Alright, there we go. I feel like that went a bit too fast though, so I'm gonna set it to like 3 seconds. Oh wait, I think I know what the problem is now. It's not that it went too fast. It's that I'm using a tag sensor and it's set to closeness. It should be set to count. I'm gonna do it with the logic in view. Closeness, it like makes it so like it goes faster depending on how close you are. Sometimes I don't think I should do that here, but either way, just in case, I just had it set to that. But yeah, that works fine. Alright, we have one more thing to do, but let me just show off what I have so far. Alright, so you could pour in water. This is getting in my way a little bit. So let me move this out of the way. I'll just have it lay down on this side. Alright, there we go. We pour the water, which somehow turns into milk. And then we have this, which I forgot to add onesu. But this eventually turns into hot chocolate. And then we could drink it. And I said I was gonna add sound effects. I forgot again. But yeah, I'm gonna do that right now actually. I'm gonna add sound effects. So there's different ways to do it. You can use the timer, sequencer, whatever. I'm gonna use a sequencer. So I haven't used that yet today. So this just needs to be set to loop, yes. And I need to shorten this. And then I can add the sound effect. So I'm thinking of just having it like a gulp sound. So like gulp, gulp, gulp. But like I think maybe faster or slower. Whatever sounds better, I guess. Yeah, we need it to be faster than that. And also when you're not grabbing this anymore, the sound should just reset. Okay, I'm gonna test it now. There we go. We could add like a third port to make it so you can only gulp it when there's actually liquid in there. But right now I want to move on to the third thing. Because we had 3 things planned for the hot chocolate. I said we were gonna make it hot water. We did the hot water for the mug. We did cocoa powder, and then the less water equals less powder mechanic. We're gonna do that. I was wondering what that was. That's just steam. I need to clean this up a little bit. Alright, so basically the way to do that, I'm pretty sure you just do this, and then this, and you set this to speed skill. Let me explain that actually. And then you set this to like 1 second. So basically what this is saying, like, okay, let me explain what I did. So basically, if this is filled up more, then it would take, wait, let me think that through actually. I think I might eat a gnocchi. To invert that, so the more it's filled up, the longer it takes. But right now it's saying the more it's filled up, the faster it takes. Which is why I'm inverting it. And then it actually... Let me try that. And then this should take like... one second if I did this right. There you go. Pretty sure I did it right. And I'll explain that again in a second, in case you didn't get that. Okay, so now when we're doing the cocoa powder, it should take longer, because we have more powder. Okay, I realized what I did wrong. This is like outputting 0. I don't want. So this is saying the max value will be 80, not 100. And we set that to positional. And we set that to sequence relative. We technically don't even need the not gate now. Since we could like just invert it. I thought I was charging my controller. I see it now. Okay, there. Now my controller should be plugged in. Okay, so I do that. And now that fills up in like 10 seconds. But if I actually fill this up all the way, not 10 seconds, 1 second, but if I fill this up all the way, it will take longer than that. There we go, and as you can see, it's taking longer because we have more liquid in the cup. And now I could do it without the logic. I just wanted to test to see if the logic was working. But I'll demonstrate without the logic. Then after that, we'll be done. Unless y'all have any more requests for holiday stuff. So. I mean, you can't really see it. It's a cool mechanic, but like you can't really see it because it's not like see-through. I don't think anyone makes see-through hot chocolate, but either way. But as you could see, it does change color. Okay, and then there's this other mechanic. I forgot to write it down on the note thing. The notepad. But like basically, I was thinking of having like a thing where you could like stir it with a candy cane, like actually stir it. So I'm gonna use the rotating disc to do that. I'll make this invisible. Like you could always use a spoon, but like it's cooler to do it this way. Oh, I think I got what's it called? A candy cane the other day at school. I forgot to eat it. I'll eat it tonight for dessert. I don't want it to go to waste. But yeah, I'm gonna make it so that when you grab it, it rotates. So I'm just gonna have like an invisible sticker panel. Grab sensor, grab tweaker. Definitely the most used combo today. This should be set to static, or else it's gonna go flying when I grab it. Okay, so you could stir this up. Also, I was talking about adding a third input to make it see that you could only gulp. Like, let me show you what I mean. A third input to the end gate. You shouldn't be able to gulp it right now because nothing is in there. It's empty. So I'm gonna make it so it only gulps when it actually contains liquid. And the way you do that is it's similar to the way we did it right here, except this time we just set this to 100. We don't invert it. And we add that third port to the AND gate. This right here is like a timer. It basically detects if the timer is full or if the timer isn't empty. So like if we have anything here, then this battery lights up. But if when it's 0, it doesn't light up. So if it has anything in it at all, that's what we're detecting, if the timer has anything in it. But yeah, that sequencer is set to positional, by the way. So I just have my timer connected to positional. So this should not be gulping. Where's the sound effect thing? But yeah, I'm grabbing it and I'm pressing L1, but because we have no liquid, it doesn't play the gulping sound, which is what I want. And then if we add liquid to it, coolness is at the maximum. Thanks. But yeah, I still have to finish the candy cane stirring. I started it, but then I started talking about like the AND gate. But yeah, we could add like a little bit of liquid. You can't even see it right now. But now it plays the gulping sound. Or it should. Let's see where did I go wrong. Sequence of relatives isn't necessary here because we're just looking for digital values, so 1s and 0s. But yeah, it only plays the gulping now when it actually has liquid in it. But yeah, I'm gonna add more liquid, then I'll do the stirring. And again, this is magical water that turns into milk when you pour it, so yeah. So for the stirring, it will be the same thing. So I would just do the same AND gate where like you can really only stir it when you have liquid and when you're pressing L1. Oh wait, no, I can't use the same thing there because that's a whole different grab sensor. Okay, never mind, but I could still use stuff from here. I just can't use the exact same grab sensor. But yeah, I have to place a new AND gate, and I don't really think I need L1. I'm not going to use L1. I'm just going to use this. This is the thing from the sequencer. And I'm going to use the grab sensor, and then I'll just wire it to here. Don't think that's wired to anything. I thought it was wired to something, but apparently it's not. There we go. So now it only stirs it when there's actually liquid inside. Because like if we drink it, we can't stir it. Oh, I have to add something to the NOT gate. It really shouldn't play this sound when it's empty. But like it keeps playing it because we were grabbing it before. But yeah, let me update that. Let me fix that. Can I just do this? I feel like that's too easy. But let me test to see if it actually works. So let me just set the timer myself. So if I do this, will that stop the glitch from happening? Okay, yeah, it does. So you know when it's done. When wouldn't it be cool if there was like a burping sound effect that played when it's like fully done? Like the gulping sound not playing is good enough, but it would be cool if it was like completely empty. Okay, so the way you do that, this thing right here, this text if the timer has any liquid in it, right? If the thing has any liquid in it, right? If you connect a NOT gate to it, it detects when the timer is empty. So we could use this as the timer is empty sensor. And then that should play a burp sound effect. So that's found in human body, I think. Sometimes I get human body and human vox confused. I'm gonna make it higher pitched since Saxoboy is a little dude. So it makes sense for his burp to be higher pitched. Alright, there we go. So if I add liquid to here, I'll fill this up all the way, just cause. And I really should add a second gyroscope. But I could drink it, as you could see. I could stir it up first if I want to. I mean, I didn't even add any cocoa powder. Let me add that. Okay, so then I could stir it up if I want to. It doesn't do anything, it just looks cool, I guess. And then I could drink this. And when it was completely gone, I burp, which is cool. But yeah, and also I guess you could fill this up again if you really want to. That's the cool thing about this, like you could do it however many times you want. I should have the thing reset. It's kind of unrealistic that it's automatically chocolate when you fill it up again. So I'm just gonna make it so that when it reaches 0, it resets. So I'm just gonna drink this again. I'm not gonna bother stirring it. I'm just gonna drink it so I can show you what I mean when I say it resets. Okay, so you saw that it reset to 0. But like when I actually fill it up, it's gonna be white. It's gonna be white milk instead of hot chocolate. Okay, there we go. So now we have to actually add the cocoa powder again instead of it automatically being there. There we go. We could stir it. We could stir it a little bit. And then we could drink it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that we made today. But yeah, let me talk about this part right here might have been confusing, so let me explain that one more time. This right here detects if your cup actually has any amount of liquid in it. It doesn't matter if it's like a single drop. If it has liquid in it, you could still drink it, and it still plays that sound effect and all that. So the way I detected that is by using a sequencer set to positional. It pretty much means the position of the timer determines the position of the sequencer, which means when this is halfway, the sequencer is halfway as well. So yeah, even if it has like only 0.1, it will still activate the battery. So this setup right here can be used to detect if the cup has any amount of liquid in it at all. So yeah, all it is, oh yeah, in case you don't know, it's this. If you want to change the length of the battery, it should be covering the entire thing. By default, it's only covering like half a strip. So I just move my right stick up and down. to do this. So yeah, you move your right stick up and down, make sure it's covering the entire thing, and boom, you have a timer has anything in it sensor. So timer is an empty sensor. That's what I'm calling it here. So yeah, that's how I make it so you could only stir it. So you basically just connect a battery to it. So you're gonna get to make it so when you're grabbing it and when it has liquid in it, it stirs. Or when you grab it and when it has liquid in it, it plays the sound effect. And yeah, this is something different. I just wanted it to take longer to fill up. I wanted it to take longer to turn brown the more liquid you had in it. It's sort of like an optional thing, and I realized it's a bit silly because like it's not see-through, so you can't actually see that the cup isn't see-through, so you can't see the mechanic working right. So like, but it was like the settings are invert outputs, but I don't have to use the Nokia 80 because I don't want it to ever equal 0. So with invert, 100 equals 0, 0 equals 100. If it's 0, it won't ever return around, so I just set it to 80. And then sequence relative means as the sequencer, I'll show you actually. So like it's at a very small value right now, and if this wasn't inverted, it would output a small value like 12. But if the farther along it is, the bigger the value. So this is almost at the end, so it outputs a 74, which is a higher value. It's useful for making certain stuff. I used it when I was making dance animations. I'm gonna invert this again. We'll see it won't work. But yeah, that was like a feature that I thought was cool, but it's like kind of silly now that I think about it, since like you can't see through the cup, so you can't tell how much liquid's in it. But yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate the tree one more time, then I'm gonna demonstrate the hot chocolate. And again, I really wanted to use the cylinder because it looks better than having a block moving up and down, but I couldn't because the decoration mount does not have a color change setting. You could change the color in create mode, but like not in play mode. That's what I mean. In order for something to change color, it has to have these two things right here, 2 hexagons. And this setting right here, the decoration mount doesn't have that. So I couldn't change color, but I needed it to stretch it out to the right thing. But anyway, here's our Christmas light. I said I was gonna change it to L2, so you can actually see me controlling it with my arm. So I'll do that. So we have our Christmas tree. I couldn't use the pine decoration because my Pop-It was glitching out and deleted it. Not deleted it. It will be fine once I reload my game or reload my data. I just don't have the decorations I needed to make this, so I improvised. But yeah, this is one setting right here. The fading in and out setting. I change it, and now it's flashing. It's a red and yellow. And then I could change it again. Now it's alternating in between red and yellow. But yeah, that's all the settings we have. We have fading, we have flashing. But yeah, and then I just decorated the tree with candy canes and Christmas cards. And you can see all that here as well. So yeah, lights flashing, lights fading, then decorations. For the hot chocolate, what we did is we made it. Let me make sure it's empty before I demonstrate it. So let me drink it if I can. Okay, yeah, it's empty. But we did for the hot chocolate. So we made it. I was intending to add water, but like pretend this is magical water that turns into milk as soon as it touches the mug. But yeah, you could pour it and it fills up. And then that's your favorite. Wait, did you mean the mug or the mug or the Christmas tree? But anyway, the hot chocolate is pretty much just this. It changes color. So we added the cocoa powder, and then if you want to, you could stir it up a little bit. It doesn't really do anything. When I had this idea originally with water to make it like more opaque instead of transparent, but like we used milk, so that wasn't really a thing. But you could like stir it. It looks cool when you do it. But then we could drink it. And then when it's completely empty, it burps. You can't stir it, when it's empty, there's no sound effect that plays when it's empty. If you really want to, you could fill it up again if you want seconds. And then you could do it all over again. You don't have to drink it with hot chocolate. You could have it with milk, but that's kind of boring. So, of course, you would want to add cocoa powder. And you could add it again. You could pretty much do this however many times you like. I had this mechanic where the more liquid you had, the longer it would take to change color. But then I realized that was kind of silly, because like you're probably gonna fill it up all the way anyway. But either way, yeah, you stir it up a little bit, and then you could drink it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's all I made today. That's all I had planned. But yeah, that's the holiday stream. This Friday, so like in 5 days from now, I'll be streaming LBP3 community levels, replace some Christmas levels, maybe some other levels. But yeah, probably mostly Christmas levels if I could find enough to play to last an hour. But yeah, next Friday is the Christmas level stream, or LBP3 level stream. But yeah, during winter break, I'm streaming every other Sunday, create mode every other Friday, which is community levels. And then on my gameplay channel, I'm uploading some new videos next week, so AfroSackGP plays. If you haven't checked out my gameplay channel already, check it out. This channel, I don't know what I'm doing besides the live streams, because I'm having audio issues with my editing software, so I have to work that out before I really say anything for sure. But yeah, my gameplay channel, I'm trying to upload more videos on there, because there's a lot of levels that deserve some spotlight, but they haven't been recorded yet. So I want to show off some levels that I think are underrated. But yeah, that's really all we did. So Christmas tree, hot chocolate, and yeah, check out my stream next week in my gameplay channel. So yeah, that was the holiday stream. Thank you for watching. So thank you everyone that joined, and I hope you have a good rest of your night, and happy holidays if you celebrate. So yeah, bye. Thanks for joining. You'll make sure to be there. Alright, cool. I'll schedule it like 18 hours in advance, 12 hours in advance at least, probably. I'll try to do that, but yeah. So yeah, bye, and thanks for joining.